welcome back to the vlog. It's still morning, right? Yes it is. I just confirmed. This is why I love starting the day really early, because this is the only way I'm able to truly optimize my days at home, just like as a work from home gal and mom. I thought that for this week's vlog I would bring you guys along with me on a 6 a.m. start productive just day overall. So right now I work from home, a lot of content creation, and have a business with art on, so I am truly juggling those things. And I am with Gray full time, so I don't have any like help, nanny, babysitter, or anything of that sort. It's gonna be like quite a lot, especially just because there's the little fun curveball of doing it all while with Gray. In case you're new here, I also have 3 dogs, which are definitely very low maintenance for dogs, but nonetheless it's like a lot of responsibility and in charge of like every single day all by myself. And I am just a firm believer on waking up before your kids is like where it is at. As of recent, I've seen some controversy on that, just because like some moms get triggered when you say like wake up before them, wake up early, blah blah blah. And like I get it, rightfully so. Like everyone has a different kind of kid, everyone has a different amount of kids, and the workload is so different mom to mom. I think the key thing here is the fact that like every mom's level of tolerance is just going to be different. I've always said this about like motherhood, but hard for one person may not be hard for me, and what's hard for me may not be hard for somebody else. So I just do think that can play like a massive role in whether or not being a early morning riser as a mom is even possible for you. That doesn't even like cover, like I mentioned the stuff earlier, like what if your baby or your kid is like a bad sleeper, and or maybe they're teething and just waking up multiple times a night. I have had moments like that, like little seasons like that, where Gray will randomly wake up and I do have to wake up and basically choose to run on broken sleep. So like I understand like if you have to do that like consecutively day after day after day after day, I think that would take a completely different toll on me for sure. But I just want to encourage you that sometimes even though your kids wake up with you, and like no matter how hard you try to get up for them, or let's just say they are getting up all times of the night, I know moms who still make it happen. So don't give up on the attempting of it is what I'm saying. Obviously it's just gonna look different from what it is that I try to achieve, for example, because my baby is a really good sleeper, honestly, like thank you Lord. But that doesn't mean you have to do it like 5 or 6 times a week. Like even if you just did it 2 times a week and chose to run on like very little sleep those 2 days, I really do think it could still make a difference. I swear I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't know people personally who push through and do it anyway. But enough on that topic. I'm just sharing that as a little bit of a disclosure to say, like, again, please don't compare yourselves to everybody you see on the internet. There could be other things I don't know about affect your ability to be able to do this. So, and last thing I'm going to say about my day, I literally probably never goes exactly the same way back to back. Like I could have a really good day today, and then tomorrow I just don't get up because I struggled. It just happens. Like that's how it more so realistically actually goes week to week. But I'm sharing this with you to help like maybe inspire you, motivate you to maybe try to do the same for yourself. If you find yourself like always racing against the clock every single day, I find when I wake up earlier like this and get so much done in the morning for myself, it just helps me enjoy my day more. It helps me stay in a better mental state, and I feel like creative wise I am just feeling so good and inspired. And I know we can't stay like that 100% of the time, but as somebody who does content creation and has a network marketing business, I just try to do everything I can to prevent being in a rut if possible. So yeah, it isn't always all about like productivity. I feel like I have had a very unhealthy relationship with productivity probably majority of my adulthood. It's definitely a work in progress and something I really hope to be better at someday. Something that also really helps me just not beat myself up if the day doesn't go as planned, no matter how hard I try. Implement systems for myself so that like things can't go wrong. That will inevitably happen a lot of the time. I always try and give myself 1 to 2 priorities work-wise, and I think that's like the biggest thing is I'm just trying to finish and do all the things that I love in the morning, which is why getting started early is so helpful, so that I can optimize as much of my day to get my work done that I need to get done, because some days I have more than others, so it can feel very overwhelming at times. But I will pick 1 to 2 things that I will focus on that day, and then the rest is sort of like extra, or I unfortunately just don't get to it until Gray is down for the night. So currently I am a little bit behind on some stuff that I've been wanting to catch up on. So my goal is to get caught up in that so that I can hopefully work my way towards like being able to be done with work, honestly, by like 9 or 10 o'clock at the latest at night. You will probably see this today, but majority of my days are just like wake up around 5:30 or 6, get a workout in, breakfast in, tend to the dogs, tend to Gray. By the time I'm like showered and ready for the day, it tends to be just about noon, which is like up to par with the case is right now. But now I don't have to worry about my workout. I don't have to worry about like forcing myself to take breaks throughout the day. So if Gray's naps don't go well and he naps horribly today, I can just work in the pockets of that to try to get as much done as possible. We are all dressed and ready for the day. I had to just like hurry up and get it done because something I haven't mastered yet in mom life is like truly just getting ready a lot faster. I feel like I'm still so stinking slow. And I'm like, how am I never gonna be able to take my time? Just like taking care of myself. It kind of sucks, but whatever. So I did this little like high pony braid because I need my hair up and out of the way. It is hot and also Gray is just like reaching for all the things. I use this like chapstick balm by Ash and Stone. I love their lip balms. They're actually so just like nourishing to my lips and they feel so good. All natural, non-toxic. Something I didn't realize, I don't think I told you guys about, is I am in this network marketing course that I started in the beginning of July actually, and I have honestly been loving it so much. It's just a lot of work. The ultimate goal is long-term is for my Arbonne business to be my #1 source of income, but I am not really quite there yet. So I decided to finally just outsource and join a community and get an expert to help me with like how to better that, as I am working on rebuilding my business and bringing back in the revenue I used to gain. So that's why I'm still doing like other work. And something else that's actually come of it, unbelievably so, is collaboration. So I've been really busy with that lately and it's a true blessing. I mean, I feel like I have been praying for this forever. I've been at this with social media and content creation for 4 years. My 4-year anniversary was actually just this month, July 25th, I believe, was when I first started my little wellness account that's turned into so much more. So that's a lot of the stuff that I'm juggling in between just like life at home, mom things, and then other work things. But today's agenda, I have one call that's with my mastermind course I'm doing, I just mentioned. I'm not really hungry right now, so I'm probably gonna wait on having lunch. He probably won't need a nap for another 30 minutes. So I'm going to get settled in my little work area finally and start checking things off my list. And then my #1 goal is to keep working on one of the modules that I still have yet to finish. And we'll just see how much we can get done today. Needs to get a little bit of stretching in a minute because we have been upstairs in our bedroom. Kind of just, I mean, I've been working, but I've also been just sitting in the same position for almost 2 hours now. So this is sort of how I break up my day a little bit. And like, because I have little areas for Gray downstairs and upstairs, it really makes it so much easier for me to just take them with me wherever I go. And for whatever reason, obviously he's like napping or really into whatever he's doing upstairs. We have 2 baby monitors as well, so I'll just bring the monitor with me and watch them that way. I'm craving like a little snack or something sweet. I got this from it's a massive block, but I got this little sweet treat from Trader Joe's. It is not the cleanest, but definitely healthier in terms of like sweet treats in general. I haven't had the chance to prep really much of any of my typical like healthier sweet treats that I try to have on hand, so I'm not tempted to eat basically the worst of snacks. So that's why I bought these, because this is like a It's dark chocolate, which is already better than milk chocolate. Puffed quinoa and dried raspberries. So for sure there's sugar in this, but the core ingredients aren't that bad. And this is like obviously already ready to go, so helps eliminate temptation. I'm still like craving another beverage. Like I'm debating whether I should have another fizz. And it's only 3 o'clock. I still have more work I want to finish before I start getting dinner ready and prepping for bath time, bedtime routine, all those things. Working for yourself and working from home, something people don't talk about is it's like extremely hard to have discipline with yourself to actually like prioritize your work over all the house stuff that you really feel pressured to have to get to. I remember when I first started working from home, all I wanted to do was clean the house, and I would end up not getting to any of my work. And like I feel like that's a struggle in and of itself, like whether or not you were a mom or had a baby, but then add a baby and mom life in the mix, it just makes it incredibly difficult to prioritize your work. And the truth is, if I were at 9 to 5, I wouldn't be home to get the work done. So I need to prioritize in the hours of like 8 to 5 at least, or the time my husband is not home to support me. I've learned to just neglect the housework, so you can probably see like my dishes are piled up, bottles are piled up from the haze used today. This is why I always tidy up the night before, and then I can afford leaving the sink full of dishes of a day's worth. And then when Jagger comes home, we kind of switch. He'll come home, change, take over some time with Gray, and then I'll tidy up a little bit of my mess from the day. To mention that like after 4 o'clock, he is just like the absolute worst. I'm still not sure if we're going to be, I didn't mean to say it like that, but he is. He's so fussy and just like stubborn about taking that last cat nap. And so what I was going to say was we don't know if we're going to be dropping that cat nap because he just won't take it on his own. And so what happens is if I go in there to help him and I rock him and do all the things, I'm stuck with him for 30 whole minutes, like just sitting there and rocking him. And sometimes I do that. Other times we forego the nap and we just rally. Like it just really is very dependent on the type of day that I've had. I'm making a little snack plate just to like keep myself occupied, a little more focused. This is also the time that I am not against screen time, so I will put him on this little like toy seat thing he has, and he enjoys. We have 2 that we go back and forth between, which is Oliver and Company, the OG best Disney classic of all time, my favorite, or Tarzan, because that soundtrack is fire. So I only let him watch like I don't know, an hour's worth of it just to make it to when Dad gets home. So it's kind of like my very last resort if it's just been one of those days, or he's very cranky, and like again I've had deadlines for some collaborations, so I've had to crank this workout, you guys. So that's when I let him watch the movie. Or when it's just like a morning you want to cozy up, then I take it slow, I let him watch a little bit, and before I know it's like a nap time. Not that long he's watching. I'm in the mood for some chips. I think I'll grab a few. But yeah, I also just realized I haven't really had a lot of water, so I think I'm just gonna prioritize drinking my water instead, and I'll pop a fizz in that and then see if that helps give me the boost I need for like the end, just to get till when Dad is home. I'm so happy though, because I am almost done with this module. Finally, I feel like it's taken me forever to get through it. And then I'm gonna be starting the next portion of the course, which is like the meat, where all the goodness is at, in terms of just like finally learning the nitty gritty stuff to network marketing. So here is my snack plate. I'm not aesthetic, but I use these little like salami and cheese pre-packaged protein little packets from Costco. I had some nectarines already chopped up. I like to chop all my fruit ahead of time. So again, when I want a snack, I pick something healthier. Yeah, here's to hashing out the rest of the workday. Putting in your playpen, Baba. Happy baby. gosh, I planned to end this vlog a lot sooner than now, but it is basically midnight and I just now finished making my post for tomorrow, Thursday. I always like to spend the last like few hours of the night before going to sleep checking off all of like my little tasks for social media, my business, since I'm taking that course. But then I have other little like things I track in terms of just like my own personal wellness goals, self-developmental goals that are helping me become a better version of myself. And so I track them all in different places. Like this is my social media planner, so I'm just checking off all the little things that I'm supposed to do in a day. Like I said, I go through my own personal planner that it touches more on like, alright, what I got going on tomorrow, what did I not get done today that I can put on my to-do list for tomorrow. Number one priority tomorrow is going to be just finishing this vlog. I don't think I've had a day like today. It's so funny that like today ended up being so productive. I mean, I'm going to bed at midnight, which is like, I know it's still late, but usually I'm not done by this hour. I'm still up for at least another hour working on other things, going through all my checklists. Mostly, it never gets done 100% because I'm not consistent yet with waking up every day like I did today. So that's why I'm working really hard, relentlessly hard to accomplish that so I can create these results for myself every single day. There have been days where just like the days are chaotic. Sometimes Gray does not nap very well, which actually today was one of those days I had to take that last cat nap with him because he just wouldn't go down on his own. There went like about 30 minutes to an hour dedicated to but yeah. I also took a little bit longer to get to my desk at night, like I usually do, to just wrap up everything and then make sure I got somewhat of a game plan going for the next day and that my post going live tomorrow is all set. I only ever plan out and pre-edit my posts, my main post for like all platforms I plan to post on before. I only do one. Sometimes I'll create a few trial reels, but I kind of just go on like my availability that day. I know that that's probably not the best way to build out of it. It's just like what I can handle at the moment. I'm also being way more just like loosey-goosey and having fun with being a little bit more unfiltered on TikTok. So as far as my content there, I feel like I tend to post more often there, but it's also my platform that needs to grow the most. So it's like rightfully so, I should be posting more often there. So, but yeah, I took a while to come sit down and do all my things because we were tidying up the house, and I also sold some like clothes on Facebook Marketplace, so I ended up doing that. I always like to take a shower at night just because like with the heat and stuff, I get sticky throughout the day from being hot. So there's really nothing like getting into your bed just like squeaky clean and ready for the next day. Yeah, so by the time I actually sat down to do all this, it was a little bit later than normal tonight, like around 10:30, which usually I'm sitting here working already by like 9. So anyhow, I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog. I've never done one like this. It was just like a one-day thing. It definitely kept me busy, but I appreciate seeing stuff like this, and I think that like showing you guys how I did it with just like new mom life and all the responsibilities and like working and still prioritizing my business and my social media. I just hope that you find that helpful. If you find that you're in a similar position, or maybe you're considering pursuing social media, starting a business, bringing some extra income so that you have the option to stay home. I don't have this down perfectly. And like I said, I swear today was just like it was just a perfect day. Like I got so much. I think everything on my to-do list was literally done. I am going to bed at midnight. That's just kind of the price to pay sometimes. I hope that you guys found this helpful, and if you want to see more vlogs like this, just like a deeper look into my life, let me know. I am more than happy to share. And I will see you guys in my next video. Good night.